Resident Evil almost died. More than once. And no, not in the story, as a franchise. What started in 1996 as slow, terrifying survival horror slowly turned into explosive action, lost its identity, and then somehow fought its way back. Now, with Resident Evil 9, Capcom faces its biggest moment yet. So how did we get here? Let's go back to the beginning. In 1996, Capcom released Resident Evil. Fixed camera angles, tank controls, limited ammo. You weren't powerful, you were stressed. Every bullet mattered, every door felt dangerous. And the voice acting? Let's just say you were almost a Jill sandwich. Yes, that's real. It was awkward, it was clunky, but somehow it worked. Capcom didn't just make a game, they accidentally created survival horror. But here's something interesting. They didn't know that one day they would abandon this exact formula. Resident Evil 2 arrived in 1998. Bigger city, better story, two perspectives, Leon and Claire. But here's the crazy part. 80% of the game was scrapped. Capcom deleted most of their work and started again. Imagine restarting your entire project and still delivering a masterpiece. That risk defined the franchise. Then came Resident Evil 3 and Nemesis. Yes, that massive, annoying giant who shows up every time you just want a quiet moment. You walk outside? Nemesis. You solve a puzzle? Nemesis. You blink? Nemesis. And he didn't politely wait for boss fights. He hunted you. Unpredictable. Relentless. And here's the twist. Resident Evil 3 wasn't even meant to be a mainline game at first. It was almost a side project. Instead, it became iconic. But everything changed in 2005. Resident Evil 4. This wasn't evolution, this was reinvention. The camera moved over the shoulder, combat became precise, enemies reacted dynamically. Suddenly, horror had momentum. And here's something most players don't realize. Resident Evil 4 was rebuilt 4 times. One early version, it became Devil May Cry. Let that sink in. Resident Evil experimented so hard it accidentally created another franchise. And for a moment, it saved itself. But success can be dangerous. Resident Evil 5 leaned further into action. More explosions, more gunfights, co-op gameplay, and fans were divided. Then came Resident Evil 6. Bigger, louder, faster. Hollywood-style chaos. It sold millions, but something felt off. Let me ask you something. When did Resident Evil feel the scariest to you? Because for many fans, it wasn't here. The horror was fading, the identity was slipping, and Capcom knew it. They had gone too far, so they did something risky. Resident Evil 7. First-person perspective, tight corridors, uncomfortable silence. No more action spectacle, just you and a very disturbing family. It felt smaller, personal, terrifying again. Resident Evil came home, and suddenly fans were excited again. Then the remakes arrived. Resident Evil 2 Remake proved nostalgia could evolve. Resident Evil 3 Remake, let's just say Nemesis deserved more screen time. Fans noticed. Resident Evil 4 Remake restored balance, horror and action working together. And then Village happened. Lady Dimitrescu became an internet phenomenon before release. A tall vampire lady nearly broke social media. Resident Evil wasn't struggling anymore, it was dominating. Which brings us to now. Resident Evil 9. After nearly 30 years, after reinvention, after almost losing its soul, after dividing its fanbase, Resident Evil stands stronger than ever. So tell me, was Resident Evil ever truly lost? Or was it just evolving? And with Resident Evil 9, is this the beginning of a new era or another turning point?